Welcome back to our channel. At the end of part 1, we left you while being at Tamta Beach, a lovely location in Sweden where we were having fun and enjoying the beautiful Swedish summer. We were completely clueless about what was awaiting ahead of us, ending up in Lake Vänern, in the property of a potential killer.
If you want to skip the scary part of this video, you can go directly to minute 450. If not, just keep watching.
We were driving through the forest while looking for the eco park Halle Hanneberg. We enjoyed the other parks so far, and the idea of having another lovely and calm night in one of those beautiful natural reserves was feeling quite tempting. We had been driving for a few hours already, and in the meantime it was starting to get dark, when we noticed something strange. The road that we had been driving onto was no longer signaled on the maps, and the car actually appeared to be already in the lake. After driving another 5 or 6 kilometers, we unexpectedly found ourselves at the end of the road. We were in the middle of the forest and our cell phones had no signal.
We got off the van and we saw a wooden table. As we got closer to it, we noticed something unusual. A personal cigarette case, which seemed very new and was still full.
Even though that was not the average item that you expect to find in the depth of a forest, we had in mind to make ourselves a campfire and prepare dinner.
We prepared our stuff and we found ourselves in front of a sign. The information on it said this place used to be a royal summer residence now abandoned, and that wild animals were still in the area, secured by an electrical fence.
Things were feeling a bit off, but we decided to go on, thinking it was just our head playing tricks. And we quickly realized that to access the camping area, we had to go through the wild animals area. We were encouraged by the fact that there was a tight passage, man-made, allowing people to reach the camping site.
As we approached the passage, suddenly dozens of yellow eyes are staring at us. But we keep walking silently and quickly till we reach the exit of the fence. We find ourselves facing an old house. We slowly get closer and notice something odd. The door was blocked from outside with a wardrobe.
The fact that the door was blocked from outside felt very weird to us. There was no apparent reason for that. So we actually walked away kind of freaked out and went to the second building, which was just a few meters away. As we get closer to the door, we notice that this lock is actually broken and forced from outside, so someone actually broke in.
For our own peace of mind, we decided to get inside and have a look. It was an old abandoned horse stable, but some items were new and cared for, almost like they did not belong there.
The longer we spent in this place, the more weird things were coming out. We were trying really hard not to feel scared in order not to ruin our holiday, but we were.
Coming out of there, we thought making the fire and prepping the food would make us feel better. The campfire space was in between the two houses.
As we got there, Chiara found a rope and some brand new pointy sticks. By now our hearts were racing.
And then, just like in every horror story, we did it. I don't know why people do it, but we split up to gather woods.
And then I'm gathering sticks in silence and I hear some noise from the bushes. I reach down to get the next stick with my torch and find something terrifying.
I hear Davide screaming, Chiara, Chiara, come! What is it? And he showed me a pair of glasses tainted with blood.
That was the last hint we needed. We ran, and ran fast. We jumped in the van hoping it would still work. The engine starts, and we drive feeling the heartbeat in our throats. If something would happen here, to the car or to us, it would be weeks, at least, before someone finds out. A few stressful kilometers later, we were finally out of the woods.
We kept driving and driving, charged with fear and tension from what had just happened, till we finally reached a tourism town at 2 a.m., Fjällbacka. We were safe. Next morning, these were our faces.
The events we just told you about were an intense experience for us. However, we're happy we can now tell it as a story.
Even though we were tired, we could finally relax in this lovely town. And after coffee, cinnamon rolls, and some more of that, we were ready to explore Fialbacca.
This town is on the Baltic Sea. It is pretty unique because it has an harbor as well as mountains on its back. We explored some local shops and bought some pretty original coat hangers, and then headed over to the mountains.
Next stop, Basnas, the car cemetery.
Bastnas is an old car cemetery hidden near the woods on the border between Sweden and Norway. Hundreds of cars from the 40s, 50s, and 60s are spread out in the area. Some of them covered with moss, with trees growing through them, stacked on top of each other or placed side by side.
While it has not been confirmed, many of the cars are said to have belonged to the US military who left the cars after World War II. The land is said to be owned by a couple of reclusive brothers who left a message that you can read on the door of the main house at your arrival.
This car cemetery is private property. You may still look, take pictures, but do not take away parts. Do not destroy or in any other way disrupt this place. If you open a car door, please shut it again so the next visitor gets the same experience as you did. For your information, after about 30 burglaries this year, I'm fed up with it. I've made traps in the buildings, so if you get hurt or die, I don't care. Remember, in this place, no one can hear you scream.
Beside the particular welcome letter, while visiting this unique place, we had a feeling of magic and respect. Those cars had been there for almost 80 years, and the forest has its way to swallow back those pieces of metal, creating a scenario unlike anything else we have ever seen.
At this point, we decided to give Lake Vänern a second chance by going to Arjang, located on the opposite side compared to Halle Hanneberg, where we had been on our previous visit. This side of the river felt way more welcoming for us, and we sat on the riverside by looking at the sunset, realizing how far we had come from the beginning of our journey.
We found a camping site with water and fire, and took a couple days to enjoy nature and our run.
So today we thought we'd give you a little bit of a van tour. Chiara?
Hey!
Welcome home. We did some fixing today.
Yes, so now we have the space for the shoes here and our things to dry. And this is our bed. Yoo-hoo! Here we have some bees.
They are lights.
And our pillow, the lights for the night.
Yeah.
Also for the night when it's a little bit cold. Okay, some heart. Useful objects. Materials for the kitchen. Fresh food. Dry food.
Backpacks.
And the kitchen properly.
The afternoons were nice and toasty, and you could stay outside just with a pair of shorts. But the mornings were cold and humid, and you had to wear even a sweater to cope with it.
The last stop on our itinerary was the one that inspired us to make this journey a few months earlier. We were really looking forward to reach Shambhala.
But before getting there, let's just take a second to watch how tidy the chips are in Swedish supermarkets.
Anyway, the people in Shambhala were welcoming and warm. This retreat center is located in front of a lake near Skinneskatteberg. It has been built continuously changing in over 14 years. Shambhala hosts all sorts of retreats all year round, hosting activities like yoga, vipassana, kirtans, and more.
We spent a couple days there getting to know the owners and the people who made Shambhala what it is today. We explored their sauna and enjoyed their lovely food and even played some acro with them. At the end of our stay, we felt rested and grateful, and we were ready to head back towards the 1,500 kilometers dividing us from Berlin.
Pachamama, coming home. High, like an eagle in the sky.
Thank you so much for watching and for coming along with us in this journey.
Please share, like, subscribe, and comment below what you thought about the scary part of the adventure, and we're gonna see you in the next one.